Kia ora tātou. Welcome everybody. My name's Marty Grenfell. I'm the Chief Executive of Tauranga City Council. We're going to start proceedings today with a mihi, whakatau and karakia, and if I could ask Tamati Tata to come up and address us. Thank you.
Te hei mauri ora kia tātou. Te hei uri uri, te hei nako kātou. Kātou haha te rangi e tū nei, kātou haha te papa e hora nei. Kātou te mātuku mai rarotonga, koe ia i rukuhia manawa pauroto, koe ia i rukuhia manawa pauwaho. Whakatīna kia tīna, tēnā, te more i tipu mai Hawaiki, e pupu ana hoki. E wāwawa na hoki tārewa tū ki te rangi aua kia eke tanu kū, kia eke tangaroa, whāno, haramai te toki, haumi e hui e, taiki. I runga tono i ngā tīmatanga kōrero ko ngā patu e huri nei ki te rungarawa. Koe ia tonu kei te apu kei te manaki a tātou, me pakahonore, me pakakuoria ko tōni nguatapu. Huri nei te kanuhi kia rātou ku huri ki tua. E hoki nei ki te wā kāinga, me karangātu ki a rātou haere hoki atu. Hoki atu ki te nuinga o te whānau e tatari mai nei tui te arai. Wahi o tiana ko tātou nei kei muri e mihi nei, e tangi nei, e mihi nei. Nō reira kia koutou katoa mai i roto i ngā ringa o te atua. Wahi o tiana ko tātou tēnei, e whakahaere tiana tēnei tō tātou kaupapa i tēnei rā. Nō reira. Huri nei kia koutou katoa, tātou ko tau mai i tēnei rā. Ki tēnei rā, ki te whakatū hono te koromatuatanga o tauranga mōna ki runga i tō tātou rangatira. Nō reira, kia tātou katoa, i runga i te tūmanako, te whakaaro nui e huri nei ki aia me ona kauni hera me ngā kaumahi o tēnei rā. Nei rā ko tēnei rā, te rā tātou, ka whakakākaruhia, tēnei tō tātou ranga tira me tōna korowai, hei api, hei manaki, iaia, me tātou katoa te motu. Nō reire mihini ai kia koutou, te whānau, a ngā tamariki, ngā mokopuno o te rangatira nei. Me koutou katoa ngā hoa kaimahi, e mihini ai kia koutou i tēnei rā. Ko te mea nui, ko tai mai tātou. Nei rā, ko te kaupapa, mahia te mahi. Ana ko tātou tēnei, ko tā mai tēnei rā. A huri no ki roto i a tātou katoa. Pupuri kaha ki roto i o tātou hinengaro. Te kaupapa ko tau mai ki rungi a tauranga mōna, mō tēnei o tātou rangatira, me tōna kauni hera. Kia kore ware hia te komihana, nā rātou i hiki i waha te kaupapa mō tauranga mōna, a tuku nei nā pakamuimiti kia rātou katoa hoki. Nei rā ko tātou tēnei ko tau mai tēnei rā, huri no ki roto i te pare, ki te kaitohu o tēnei ahiai, kia koe hoki māti. Ka nui te mihi kia tātou. Nei rā tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a kia ora tātou katoa. E toma te matuanui o te rangi ki a tapu anō tuinga. Nei rā mātou hoa pona ngai kura piku ake ana i mua i tu aroro i tēnei ahi. Nei rā tuku whakamoemiti mātou ki a koe me o mana ki tanga katoa i rota i ngā rā o tēnei wiki o te marama o tēnei tau. Nei rā mātou ka tai mai tēnei rā ki te whakanui tō tātou koro matua i tēnei rā. Mātua ringa mātou ia he api he mana ki ngā wā katoa. Tēnei tō mātou nei ki a koe ringa i te matu te tama me ta wairua tapu ake āmine. Tūturu whakamaua ki a tīna, haumi e hui e. Kōkiri.
Kia ora and thank you, Tamati, and thank you to the team for the lovely waiata. Kia ora tātou. It's my pleasure to welcome you here today for the inaugural council meeting dated Friday, 2nd of August 2024 and formally declare this meeting open. Congratulations and welcome to the newly elected members, to your friends, family, whānau. To invited guests, kaumātua, kuia, members of Parliament, Tom Rutherford, Sam Uffindell. I see Cameron Luxton just has joined us. Welcome. To Western Bay of Plenty District Council James Denyer, Electoral Officer Warwick Lamb. To the Vice Chancellor of Waikato University, Professor Neil Quigley, and Campus Director Joe McFarlane, thank you very much for hosting us here this afternoon. Until such time as the Mayor is sworn into office, I have the responsibility of chairing this meeting. I'll make it as brief as I can. Starting with some housekeeping. Firstly, can I draw your attention to the emergency procedures we need to follow in the unlikely event of fire or earthquake. If fire alarms activate, please vacate the building through these doors here and gather on the tarmac outside the building. During an earthquake, please adopt the drop, cover and hold routine. Don't evacuate unless staff advise you to. If throughout the meeting you require first aid or in the event of a medical emergency, please let one of the staff know. Bathrooms are located outside the doors to the left, and I ask that all mobile phones and devices be turned to silent, please. A photographer is present with us today and will be available after the meeting also for friends and family of the elected members to capture this moment. You're also welcome to take photographs from the seats throughout the meeting. Just a note to all that this meeting is being live streamed and the recording will be publicly available on YouTube following. Apologies. Mikari Sydney, Councillor-elect for the Te Awanui Māori ward, who through illness is unable to be with us here today. Mikari will be sworn in at a future council meeting. We wish him a speedy recovery and I will record his apology. The first item on the agenda is the declaration by the electoral officer. This report is contained within the agenda and is for your information only. The second item on the agenda is the declarations by the Mayor and councillors. The Mayor will make his declaration followed by the presentation of the mayoral chain and cloak. The Mayoress will then receive the Mayoress chain. After that, the councillors will each be called to make their declarations and then take their seat at the table. I now call on the Mayor-elect Mahe Drysdale to come forward and make his declaration. I also invite the Mayoress Juliet Drysdale to come forward and accompany the Mayor as he makes his declaration, after which she will also receive the Mayoress chain.
I, Alexander Mahe Owens Drysdale, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as Mayor of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002. The Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Dated at Tauranga, this 2nd day of August 2024.
I think we do both. I now invite Josh DeCarney to assist the Mayor with his cloak and place the chains on the Mayor and Mayoress.
O ngā ngaru whati whati e haruru mai nei, wi wā 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 iaha. Rahia o mata kia mere mere tuahi ahi, hei taki te ara kia tangaroa, e atua hao i te tiri, te pō, e ko o ia, e a. It's a super gold. We could do it a few of them.
The chair is yours, Your Worship. Well done.
I congratulate each councillor on being elected to the Tauranga City Council and ask them to make their declarations. The councillors will be called up individually in alphabetical order. I now call on Councillor Hautapu Baker, Welcome Bay General Ward.
Ahau nei a Hautapu Charles Robert Baker, ai whakapuaki ana, ka whakahaere a ka whakatutuki ahau i aku mana whakahaere, i aku mana whakatau, i aku haepapa a tūranga a hō maitanga hoki. I roto i te pono, i te tika, he mema o te kaunihera o Tauranga Moana, e riro ai a Tauranga Moana, āna whiwhinga tike tike mā te ture kāwanatanga ārohe, rua mano mā rua, mā te ture kāwanatanga ārohe, mā te ture huinga, tahi mano iwarau waru te kaumā whitu, mā tētahi atu ture rānei. Tēnā koutou.
To the city. I now call on Councillor Glenn Crowther, Matua Otomotai, General Ward.
I, Glenn Raymond Crowther, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act, dated at Tauranga this 2nd of August 2024.
I now call on Rick Kurak, Arataki General Ward.
I'd love to read it in Te Reo, but I wouldn't want to risk it. Thank you. I, Richard Nicholas Kurak, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act. And sign.
Welcome to council. I now call on Councillor Steve Morris, Papamoa General Ward.
I was looking for
Going a
that.
bit slower.
I was looking for that.
I, Stephen K. Morris, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
Easy signature.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Now I'd like to call Councillor Martin Rosenboom, Tauriko General Ward.
I, Martin Carl Roseboom, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform to the best interests of Tauranga the powers, authorities and duties vested in me or imposed upon me as member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
Welcome, Councillor. I'd now like to call Councillor Kevin Schuler, Bethlehem General Ward.
I, Kevin James Schuler, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and ability execute and perform in the best interests of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
Welcome, Councillor. I'd now like to call Councillor Jen Schooler, Mayoral, Mount Maunganui General Ward.
I, Jennifer Leslie Schooler, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interests of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act. Media.
Now I'd like to call Councillor Rod Taylor, Te Papa General Ward.
I, Roderick Gordon Taylor, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interests of Tauranga City the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Tauranga City Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
As Marty mentioned, just like to make note of Makari Sydney. Obviously, our thoughts as a council are very much with him as he recovers, and we hope to have him join us as soon as he is able. Tēnā koutou, nā rangatira o Tauranga Moana, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, katoa, councillors, whānau, mana whenua, our local MPs, Tom Rutherford, Sam Uffindale, Cameron Luxon, Mayor James Denyer, invited guests, member of the public and council staff. Can I start by sincerely thanking everyone who has stood for election last month, as well as those who voted in support of the various candidates. It's humbling to be elected to serve our people. It is great to see so many of you here today and the support the newly elected council has, especially so many family and friends of the elected members. We thank you for your support, and while this journey won't always be easy, the support you give us enables us to serve our community. This is an auspicious day for Tauranga City Council's new governance team. Most of us are new to our roles and to the organisation, so have much to learn about the multi-billion-dollar business which is crucial to the health, well-being and everyday lifestyles of the people of Tauranga City. Our induction process is already well underway, and will continue over the coming weeks as we settle into our new jobs as the city's elected representatives and strive to move the city forward. Today we take the oaths that will formally mark the beginning of the governance journey. In doing so, we commit ourselves to making good decisions on behalf of the whole city. Decisions that will ensure that Tauranga has a vibrant future. In short, we continue to progress, we will continue the progress that will make this city the best city in Aotearoa, New Zealand. To effectively play our part, in that transformation, we will need to work as a team, engage in our community, and ensure that there is effective collaboration with all our stakeholders. Open and honest debate is a hallmark of democracy. But once a decision is made, it's the governance team's job to embrace it, see it through, and support the council to deliver it. Our city expects nothing less than governance that is respectful and is united in its determination to deliver the bright future the people of Tauranga want and deserve. On a personal note, today has a very special meaning for me. My grandfather, the late Sir Bob Owens, was a much-loved mayor of Tauranga, serving from 1968 to 1977. And he was also the mayor of Mount Maunganui from 1971 to 1974. He left a lasting legacy, which we enjoy today, and that is a huge inspiration to me. It is an honour to wear the same mayoral robes and chains as him, with Juliet wearing the chains my grandmother Joy once wore. However, I look forward to charting a different course and look forward to working with my fellow elected representatives and the council team to realise Tauranga's potential to become a vibrant, progressive, welcoming and future-ready city for the benefit of all who live here, now and in the years to come, and for the benefit of our wider region. Ngā mihi nui, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. I'd now like to invite each councillor to come forward to deliver their address to the council, staff, family, friends and members of the public. The councillors will be called in alphabetical order. I now call Councillor Hautapu Baker to come forward.
Ai rere tonu ana te ia tangi pō, tū tonu ko tāne te waiora, ati hei mauri ora kia tātou e mahu e ora nei. Tuatai ake, ai rere ana ngā mihi, kia koutou, ai te pai, te reo e te kāinga nei, e whakatau nei, e pūhiri nei, anō ngā kōrero whakakapi hoki, no reire rere ana ngā mihi kia koutou. Ka whai whakaaro tonu ana hoki ki tō tātou nei hoa, te moko puna o tō tātou moana makaere, piki te kaha, piki te ora e hoa. Hoi anō kia koutou katoa, tēnā koutou. There is a Māori whakatauki that goes, e hara tēnei toa I te toataki tahi, engari he toataki tini. And that translates to, this achievement is not mine alone, but that of many. And some of that many are represented in this room today. So I want to thank you all for being here. I also want to pay special acknowledgements to my mum, who's here this afternoon, who's been my biggest supporter and greatest coach, to my partner, who keeps me grounded, keeps me humble, is one of the most integral people I know. And also to my kids, one of them you would have seen up here, who remind me every day of our purpose and the reason why I stood and the reason why I'm here. It's an exciting time for Tauranga Moana. We are your team of 10. That's what we've agreed in the wānanga that we've had leading up to date, and we will endeavour to serve our people. So let's get to work. Tēnā koutou.
Now I'd like to welcome Councillor Glenn Crowther.
Yeah, kia ora everyone. Thank you to mana whenua, to distinguished guests and to all of you for coming. I want to say a special thank you to my family and to friends and all the people who helped in my campaign. I also would say thank you to the people of Otamote. I grew up there and feel very honoured to represent that ward, and thank you to all the messages and thank yous and hoots and waves as I stood out campaigning. I was elected with a mandate for accountability, transparency, democratic decision making, and a community voice, and I intend to bring that to the table. I've also pushed for more responsible spending, and I think most of us know that we're facing some big challenges, that we're actually under the pump a little bit financially in terms of debt and rates and all that stuff, but there's a lot of stuff we want to do in this city, and I think we've got a team that's a really cool team to actually meet in the last few days and to work together with, and I'm really looking forward to that challenge. I think one of the things we have to do explicitly is to turn around the results of how our community is viewing the council in recent surveys, and I'm highly confident that this team can do that. I also want to just bring up one thing, which is that I know in recent years people have been hurt in some cases by some of the comments from commissioners around elders in our city. And I just want to assure people that I personally, and I'm sure the team, want to govern for the best interests of all people in the city. There were comments made that I know were incredibly hurtful to some people about because they're sort of ignoring of submissions from people because of a demographic that was male, and I'll quote, European, 65 plus from Papamoa. And I've got to say, some of those older men are some of the most future-focused, hard-working, and the people who are pushing sustainable solutions for the city. So I think we need to embrace everyone, respect everyone's views, whether they're older, younger, born here, immigrants, you know, wherever they're coming from, we need to actually govern for them. And so I'll just finish with saying my dad worked for Tauranga City Council for 23 years. I'm actually wearing the gold watch he got given when he left. He passed away in 2015. And what I'd like to do is to bring the same dedication and commitment that he brought to his role over those 23 years to my role over the next 4 years. So thank you, and I'm very proud to serve you and be part of a really great team. Thank you.
I'd now like to call Councillor Rick Korak. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Mahe. So kia ora tātou, welcome everybody. It is, even though I've been at this sort of inaugural meeting before, it's always a thrill for me, and I do feel more humbled every time I'm elected to this position, because us more mature, experienced guys know how important it is, our role in terms of progressing the city and respecting everybody here, and that come before us to advocate for their needs in the city. And I congratulate Mayor Mahe, and I think he's got a good team of 10. So congratulate all my fellow councillors, and congratulate also on your choice of deputy. Jen is going to be fabulous, I'm certain. And they'll certainly complement each other. So my further address is actually going to be in the form of a pledge. I know we read the official pledge that we did make before, but I'd like to say that I pledge that I will always be open, honest and transparent, and work diligently to achieve positive outcomes for the community. I'll always be respectful to my fellow members, chief executive, staff and the community that we all serve, in order to maintain healthy relationships critical to good governance and management. When making decisions, I will always have an open mind and consider all matters before making an impartial, robust, evidence-based decision. I will always consider affordability in any decision we make, particularly for those on low and medium incomes, and strive to promote and achieve any actions that will lower council's rates demand in the current long-term plan so we can all live a life of dignity. I will always strive to support sensible decisions and actions to help address our critical housing shortage, which is creating stress to many, both around availability and affordability. And thanks to my wife, Leah, she's certainly a strong supporter in terms of whatever I choose to do. And that helps me a lot. So best wishes to Makari. it would have been nice that he was here, but he's on the mend. And his whānau, you know, best wishes conveyed to them for his full recovery. We do look forward to him joining us on the team of 10. So kia ora, thank you all. I look forward to the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick, and just for everyone's knowledge, this is 7th inaugural meeting for Rick, so well done. I'd now like to call Councillor Steve Morris forward, thanks.
I'm not sure how we're going to get the cat back in the bag, but we'll get to that later. What you might not know, folks, is that Mea Mahi has offered a prize for the shortest speech this afternoon. It's going to be a pretty closely run thing. The first thing I'd like to do is I want to thank my family, my beautiful wife, Ansi, and our daughters, Sophia and Eva. This is the first time that the girls have been old enough to participate in the campaign. And I love you all so much. I want to thank my mum and dad, who just a fortnight ago, in some pretty torrential rain, brought in all of my signs and while I was at work. And I do want to acknowledge my family for releasing me and letting me do this and enabling me to do this, and my work colleagues as well for releasing me to be able to do this. I want to acknowledge Mea Mahi and my new colleagues. I am frankly humbled by the calibre of people around the table, and I include Mikaere in absentia in that as well. As a very famous late man once said by the name of Bruce Forsyth, I think if he was talking about the voters, he would say, didn't they do well? There's an amazing team around the table, and I think we can look forward to some great leadership and some great decisions. I want to thank our MPs for being here today, and I want to thank you personally for carrying the banner of democracy in our city for the last 3 years. It's really important. And to the people of Tauranga, thank you for the colleagues that you've chosen for me to work with. And to the people in this room and to the people out there in the wider community, in the words of another great historical figure, let us all highly resolve that government of the people, for the people, of the people, shall not perish from our city. Thank you.
So please call forward Councillor Martin Roseboom.
Right, welcome everybody to the new Mea Mahi, to my fellow councillors, to my family, my friends, staff at the Tauranga City Council, to the people of Tauranga who are here today. I stand here today before you as one of your new democratically elected city councillors. It is an honour to be elected and to represent the people of Tauriko and Tauranga. We are a city of many challenges. A roading network that is not fit for purpose, a large housing deficit and a growing demand for more, a requirement for community needs, community centres, new sports facilities, and ensuring we keep our green spaces. We need a well-planned and managed growth strategy that is fully funded. With the view of growth paying for growth, growth also creates demand. It's that demand that we, your council, must plan for. Tauranga is a city and a regional centre full of potential. Let's not allow the decades of underinvestment derail Tauranga's potential to become an economic driver of New Zealand. We need to attract quality businesses that provide long-term employment opportunities. All must be done with prudent financial stewardship while delivering value to the people of Tauranga. We, your council, have a responsibility to ensure that Tauranga continues to provide an inclusive environment, supportive community, so you can live the life that you choose to live. Over the next 4 years, I look forward to meeting you, working with you to fulfil the potential Tauranga always has. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call forward Councillor Kevin Schuler.
I'm not sure if Councillor Morris is going to win that shorter speech. Tēnā koutou kuia hui mai nei. E mihi ana ki ngā mana whenua. Nai tamarawa ho me Ngāti Tapu. I'm going to give a quick pepeha in English and in reo. Ko Kevin tōku ingoa. Ko Te Arawa tōku maunga. Ko Waiho tōku awa. Ko Hauraki me Waihi ōku moana. I'm a country boy from just over the Kaimais in Te Aroha, and my home is now in Bethlehem, and I'm very humbled and honoured to be standing here today in front of you all, esteemed guests, family, friends of us all, as a newly elected Tauranga City Councillor. There's actually three me's here today. The first me has won a Grammy or an Oscar and wants to thank the world. The second me is about to play his first test for the All Blacks and is nervous and excited and wants to live up to the expectations and the mana of the jersey. And the third me is just the farmer who wants to get to work, put on the overalls and the gumboots and get into it. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the other members of the council team, to the Mayor and my fellow ward councillors. Congratulations to you all and to your families and friends both here today and supporting you from afar. We come from diverse backgrounds and stories, but our desire and drive to help and serve the city has brought us together, brought our paths together today. And what I must say will be a very nice looking fishbowl at 90 Devonport Road. We are at the start of what will be a big part of our lives and a very important time for Tauranga. I believe we have the makings of a great team, and I look forward to working with you all as the true leaders of this city. I guess it takes a village to raise a councillor. I'm truly grateful to the voters of Bethlehem, to everyone that has been part of this journey, and to the wonderful communities that have been part of our family's life here in Tauranga since the early 2000s. I'm standing here because we have had incredible support and because we feel we belong. So thank you all very much. I come from a large family, 6 siblings, 50 plus cousins, but today we've kept the numbers low and intimate. This is largely because Councillor Baker was asking everyone all week if they could have their spare tickets so he could bring the whole whānau and Rangatawa Rugby Club. So I'm happy to donate and take one for the team today, Hau Tapu. But to my family itself, to my beautiful wife Michelle, our 5 awesome children, it's wonderful to have 2 of you here today, Morgan and Isaac. Isaac has wagged school. We're hoping that inaugural meeting and swearing out of councillors is a justified reason for absence. And of course to my lovely mum, Margaret, it's really special to have you here with us as well, Mum. We're a family that loves each other's company and does things together. Mitch and I have been hand in hand and side by side for over 30 years, and this new road will be nothing different. So Mitch, more than anyone, I thank you for your love and support and look forward to us sharing this new journey together. Finally, I'd like to mention 2 people from the past in particular that would have been here today if they could still be with us. Firstly, my father Herb. Dad was with me on the campaign trail in name and in spirit. He's a man who was a god when I was young, a great parent as I was growing up, a wise counsel and mentor in my early adult life, and one of my best friends later in life. Dad and Mum are the ones that shaped us and instilled in us the values of servant leadership and giving back to the community. I always thought Dad would have made a great one of these, a counsellor. And secondly, to my mother-in-law, Pam. was a huge part of our family life here in Tauranga. She took great joy in seeing her grandchildren grow and do great things. She loved the promise of youth and through them the future. I know she would have been proud as Punch here today, resplendent in red and with her beautiful smile filling the room. So I will keep Dad and Pam as the anchors that keep me grounded and respectful of the past, and with them and with my children is the hope and aspiration for the future as I serve this great city, Tauranga. Nō reira, ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā katoa.
Steve's still winning, sorry, Kev. I'd now like to call forward Councilor Jen Scholar.
Ina mana, ina reo, ina karangatanga maha, tēnā koutou. Ko Mao te moanga, ko Mango Karengo Rengo te awa, ko Mount Moanganui, Turanga Waiwai, ko Jen Scholar Hove. Kia ora, it's wonderful to be here. It's a real honour to be standing here with my esteemed colleagues as a team of 10 elected members of the Tauranga City Council. I acknowledge the gap we have with Makairi and we wish him a speedy recovery. Today we gather not just as representatives of our city, but as custodians of the future. We have been entrusted with the stewardship of this city, and we've committed to do that with truthfulness, with integrity, and with transparency. As governors of one of the fastest growing cities in New Zealand, it is our role to help guide that growth to enable Tauranga to meet its full potential. We must harness that potential, address our challenges, and build a city that is inclusive and prosperous for its people. I look forward to leveraging my 30 years of commercial, diplomatic and banking experience and bring my learnings, experience and connections to the council table. I finished at the New Zealand avocado industry at the end of last year, and I'm proud of the team's achievement, and I welcome a few of them here today. When I arrived, the sector was in the doldrums. We needed to build relationships and trust. We needed to acknowledge that not everything had been going perfectly well and find collective solutions. We successfully built a collaborative, empowering culture, and I want to use all of those skills and that teamwork in the role we've got on council here today for the next 4 years. My 7 years at Zespri, most latterly as treasurer, meant I've got some financial skills to bring to the table. And in between those roles, I headed the New Zealand consulate in Hamburg, Germany, as a trade diplomat. Those diplomatic skills are going to be required in order to, with this team, take Tauranga forward. I've shared my story a few times about getting this role. Over my life, I have applied for a number of roles. I haven't got them all. But this role required an interview of 6 weeks long. I had an interview panel of about 4,000 people that I needed to vote for me. I told about 50,000 people that I was applying for the job. And I didn't know in that job who my colleagues were going to be, who my boss was going to be, or what the governance or culture of the organisation that if I was going to be successful in the role. So I'm very pleased to say that the job looks exciting, my colleagues are great, and we've got a very capable boss. I am disappointed not to be joined by more women at this table. You might notice I did bring a whole row of wahine here as my support, and Jamie, and I thank them for that, and we do need to make sure we are getting both the opinions from both genders at the table. But this is a role that I'm really proud to be at, really proud to be in a team of 10, and I look forward to progressing this wonderful city. Thank you.
And last but not least, Councillor Rod Taylor.
Thank you, Mahi, and I definitely will be the shortest speech. First of all, I'd like to thank our hosts. That was a wonderful, wonderful welcome. Very much appreciated. As I stand here as a graduate of this institution, when I went to university, it was in Hamilton. They didn't have a Tauranga campus. This is an absolutely fantastic facility, and it just shows you how mature Tauranga is as a city now. I'd like to thank all the family and friends for coming to see us, and all our glad rags and shaking hands. And I do see you, Rob. I'd like to thank Susan. I don't know whether she knows what she's in for the next 4 years, and I apologise in advance, but she's certainly been very supportive in getting me this far. As an elected member for Te Papa, I feel like I'm going home because I grew up here. I grew up in Greaton, Gate Pa, went to all the schools in the area, and fished off the wharf down on the Strand. So I know Tauranga, and I'll be doing my very, very best for the city. And then, yes, I also acknowledge the team of 10 that we have here. Fantastic people, absolutely a great choice. So well done, Tauranga. And we are your team of 10 working for the people. So thank you.
Told me to sit down and it tells me to stand back up, so there we go. Did what I'm told. The next item on the agenda is the appointment of the Deputy Mayor. It is with great pleasure that I appoint Councillor Jen Schooler to the position of Deputy. Jen has a great range of skills, but we could have chosen any of this part of a team of 10. But I believe Jen will complement me very, very well in leading this team to achieve for the people of Tauranga. So thank you, Jen. I move that my report appointing the Deputy Mayor be received and that Council acknowledges the appointment of Councillor Jen Schooler as Deputy Mayor. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Morris. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? No? The motion is carried. I now ask Councillor Jen Schooler to come forward and accept the Deputy Mayor's chains. Very much like being at the Olympics, isn't it? I'll just let Jen address you now. Thank you.
Tēnei te mihi kia koutou anō. It is with pride and a deep sense of responsibility that I accept the role of Deputy Mayor of Tauranga City Council. I'm both honoured and excited to serve the people of Tauranga alongside my colleagues. First and foremost, thank you, Mayor Mahe. I think it's Mayor Drysdale, but I think Mayor Mahe is what we might be calling him, and my fellow council members for placing your trust in me. Your confidence in my abilities inspires me to commit strongly to the work ahead. Throughout my career, I have recognised the huge benefits of developing strong cultures, of collaboration, and building enduring relationships. These are prerequisites for a successful council here in one of the fastest growing regions in New Zealand. As Deputy Mayor, I will work to foster strong alignment and cohesion within the Tauranga community, across cultures, across sectors, and across interests. I would like to acknowledge Ngāti Te Ranga, Ngāti Ranganui, and Ngāti Pūkenga, and the many groups and communities that make up this vibrant city. I will work hard to ensure that the outcomes we make collectively are greater than those we would have made as individuals. I believe I've been entrusted to bring my skills, knowledge, experience, and connections to help steer the growth of Tauranga City. That growth brings both opportunities and responsibilities. We must invest in infrastructure, support local business, and enhance the quality of life for our people. We will be required to make decisions that impact on Tauranga now and into the future. And I believe we have the capability across our team of 10 to make those decisions well. Thank you to all of those who've supported me in my journey. It is very appreciated now and into the future. And I especially acknowledge my daughters who might be watching live stream at 3:30 in the morning and from London. I look forward to the leadership under Mayor Drysdale, from the commitment of each of the team of 10, and from proactive two-way engagement with each and every one of you in this room and who is online today. It will take the effort of every one of us to ensure Tauranga is the best city to live, learn, work and play. Our success will be measured not only by the projects we complete or the policies we implement, but by the impact we have on the lives of our people. Thank you for this incredible opportunity. Let's embark on this journey together with optimism and determination. Kia ora.
Item on the agenda is the report setting the first council meeting. This is to be held on Thursday, the 15th of August 2024. The list of items to be considered is listed in the report. Chief Executive, have anything to add to the report?
Your Worship.
I move that the report be received.
I'll second that.
And that the council approves the first meeting of the Tauranga City Council to be held on Thursday the 15th of August 2024, commencing at 9:30 a.m. in the ground floor meeting rooms, Tauranga City Council, offices 306 Cameron Road, Tauranga. Do I have a seconder?
Second.
Second. Councillor Kurak, thank you. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, no. The motion is carried. The last report on the agenda is from the Chief Executive, providing legislative advice to the incoming council. I invite the Chief Executive to speak to this report.
Thank you, Worship. This report requires the Chief Executive to bring to the attention of newly elected members sections of specific legislation that they need to be aware of upon taking office. I'll take the report as read.
Thank you, Chief Executive. I now put the motion to receive the report legislative advice for the incoming council. Can I have a mover, please?
I'll move.
Thank you, Councillor Kurak. And a seconder?
Aye.
Thank you, Councillor Baker. All those in favour, aye?
Aye.
Those against? No. The motion is carried. This is the end of the business for this meeting. You're all invited for refreshments and afternoon tea at the end of the meeting. I just would like to acknowledge Faylene Tainui and David Moore, Mayors of Tauranga and Opotiki, respectfully, in the back row. Thank you. And I ask Kaumatua Puraki Ayaka to close the meeting with a karakia.
Rangatira, te mea hau, mahei, kei te mihi atu ki a koe. Kia koutou rang, me mō te kauni hera hau, nō reira tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Hoi anō, e mihi ana ngā mihi aroha ki te whānau a Mikaere, ki te whānau nō reira tēnā koutou katoa. Nō reira ki te kapi i tēnei huihuingi o te rānei, i noi tātou. Let us pray. He honore, he kororia maungorungu ki te whena. Whakaaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Kia tau, kia tātou katoa. Te ata whai o tō tātou araki a hukaraiti. Me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga, ki te wairua tapu. Ake. Amen. He. Tori peka aki au, kia o mai, raroto i te po, e kona Whakamaua ki a tina, ara mai te toki, haumi e, hui e, tai ki e. Kia ora tātou, rangi mari.